Hey guys, it's Amanda here, the creative gardener. Now, do you know what this is? Oh, there's something I have to remove on there. This tree is going to be a tree. It's currently standing at about 2 feet tall, and it is known as the Pomerac um, tree, and it produces red, kind of pear-shaped fruit, and it tastes a cross between an apple and a pear. Now, I actually brought this and a few others. I'm going to be introducing you to a couple of other plants that I brought, and they've just managed to kind of establish themselves. Now, the leaves on the top are going yellow, so I'm not sure whether it's not getting enough sunlight because there's two actual trees that are maybe blocking its light. So I'm going to have to kind of keep an eye on it today and just see how much sunlight it does get. But I got it, yeah, in February at the Agrofest, and it was sold by the government. Has the agricultural department. They were selling off some fruit and fruit trees, and they were like really reasonably priced. I think this probably cost me about $10 at the time, or maybe less, maybe six to $10, I think. But it grows into a tree and it produces fruit, and that is what I'm all about. Growing trees, plants that fruit or bear, not bear vegetables, but fruit and vegetables, and be able to come out into the garden and be able to pick all year round. So I'm not sure how soon I'm going to be able to get fruit from this. It's probably going to be a couple of years, but it doesn't matter. It's establishing quite well. It has grown at least 6 inches since I've had it, and I'm debating. I'm not going to move it. What I might have to do, let me move back. What I might have to do is cut back like this particular tree here, and then I've got this tamarind tree growing, and that's going to grow pretty tall. And I guess in terms of the way that the sun kind of moves to the west here, yeah, it might just need a bit of help in terms of getting extra sunlight there. Okay, so let's go and see the other one that I brought, which is over here. We're still in the process of trying to plant 1,000,000 trees, and I'm not sure what the target, I mean, how far we've got so far on the island, but I'm doing my part. I think I've probably got at least 200 at different sizes, 200 trees, maybe more. Yeah, maybe more actually, because when I was counting up the fruit varieties that I have, I've got about 20 different fruit varieties of trees, but I've got multiples of. So like the guinnep, well, I've only got one Pomerac. The guinnep, I've probably got about 7 plants, and they grow into a big tree, but I'm not going to allow them to grow that tall. So this is sea grape. So I've seen it as a tree, and also growing. I don't know whether there may be two different varieties, because this looks like it's going to be a tree, but the ones that you see on the beach, they grow horizontal. They don't grow very tall, the ones you see that fruit. So I'm just hoping that this does fruit as is. And yeah, the grapes grows in a bunch, and they're green to begin with, and they go a reddy colour, and they're supposed to rival, I'm sure they do, they rival in terms of vitamins and nutrients. And again, I've had this for the same amount of time, having to keep an eye on it because it sometimes seems to struggle a bit. Again, maybe it needs more. Well, no, this gets quite full sun because it's the only thing that's here, and it's getting sun at the moment. It's just a bit overcast. But yeah, this is the sea grape, and let me show you the other new member of the family. Let's go. Don't know what he's after. Where are they? Oh yeah, over here. Oh, careful. Hey Cole, say hello. Say hello. Go, say hello. It rained last night, so it's very damp. To be careful. And this is one of the lowest parts of the garden here and on that side, and so the water gathers here. So I've got, oh my gosh, it's walked into it's walked into a spider's web. I cleared this particular web, but they seem to be able to get them going again really quickly. I told them not to. Now the black plastic was down, trying to keep the grass down in the very early days, and I've left it down because what I need is some wood chips, because it gets very muddy here. Or there's a really low growing plant, which is like a grass, I guess, but it really is low growing. It's so cute that the organic farmer has, that I'm hoping to see if I can get some. Anyway, let's come here. This particular one, which has definitely established itself, is the curry leaf. And so the curry leaf tree. So the leaves have a curry-like aroma and is used in cooking. And this seems to be growing fairly well. I can see some ants on this, so they maybe have to kind of pay it some close attention. Maybe there's some, it needs to be sprayed with like a soapy solution and some neem oil. But yeah, that's a curry leaf tree, and it does grow a lot taller, and it's in a good spot. I've again brought it in February, and it seems to be, it struggled a bit. I put down some Epsom salts, and that seems to help. And again, it's not one that's attacked by the slugs and the snails, but you just have to keep an eye on these, your plants, and go around and check them and see what can be occurring, because so many things happen at so many different times. But I'm going to just spray that with the neem oil solution and just again keep an eye on it. But I'm liking the way that it's branching out. It has grown at least 8 inches since I've got it, so I know that it's happy here. It's as I say, I just need to keep an eye on any potential problems with pests. So you can use the leaves here and use it in cooking, and cooking a variety of dishes. And the other one that's right behind me, I got that from an organic grower. A plug there to the Chi Centre. They also run organic garden courses for adults as well as kids. And I got this one from Christy as well. This is the henna tree, henna plant. It's amazing, isn't it? So this is what is used. It's the leaves that's used in the henna, and I was quite pleased to get it. It has had a few issues, and I can see a snail up there, but it's grown really well. It was a really scrawny, if you can think about just one of these branches, that's all it was when I got it, and look how it's kind of blossomed out over the time. And this has grown really quickly, so I'm not sure whether I need to maybe clip it back so that it can grow a bit more bushy, but we'll see. So they're the 4. Is there another one? There's one that I had, the cola nut. There was one that I had that died. I was so disappointed, because when you roast the seeds taste like chocolate. But yeah, so that's the 4, the newcomers to the garden. Oh, no, sorry, there's another one. I think this is the one I got from Christy as well. This is a Sappadilla. So this has a round fruit, grows it's a fairly big tree, and Again, I left this in a pot for quite a while to see how it would establish itself. It has grown and thrown off some new leaves, and we can see some new leaves there. And yeah, it's going to grow into a tall tree. And I'll just keep monitoring it just to see how it's doing. The leaves are quite small here, the ones that I can see there, but it may just be that it needs some... Oh, look at that spider. Maybe he won't stand so close. Maybe it just needs some feeding, so I'm going to do that with the Mexican sunflower leaves and put it around it. Again, with this being on a slope, it may just be that it needs additional watering, but it did rain last night, so the soil is probably quite wet. But to avoid it from, say, evaporating really quickly, I'm going to put down some Mexican sunflower leaves and let them, they just rot down really quickly, but it nourishes the soil. Yeah, so that's the, I can see a snail on there as well. Again, that's one of the things, if you do have new plants that you introduce into your garden, or if they're in pots or wherever they are, remember just to keep an eye on it. They are like kind of new kids to the block, so you need to just make sure that there's nothing that's kind of come to bully it or bite it or lay a nest in it or whatever it is, a nest, lay their eggs on it. Anyway, so that's the Sappadilla, and I hope you've found seeing some of these plants, trees at their smaller size interesting, and so you know what they look like, so you know that this is what the Sappadilla looks like. Okay, take care for now, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.